When you first open the AstroClock, it looks like this. Now, there's a few things you can do here. Is that you can go up here and we'll make this a little bigger. And you can see here, you can change the color. If I key down here and look at this, it will just keep changing color. Or I can keep changing wheel. If I go here, that's that wheel, this wheel, this wheel. So once you find a wheel that you like, okay, all you have to do is to say, save it. Save as default. Now that wheel will always come out, you know. So I want to save this as default. It says OK. Okay. So now that's the thing. The next thing you want to do, of course, you want to click on this, and that sets, if you want to use parallax and arbitration. I always do that. If you're using not American Windows, any other window, you have to have a check mark in front of the window here to see the glyph. You see, we give you solar system, equal house system, old house system, preferably, and all different type house system that you want to do. And that's it. All right. And so that will do this. Now, here, if you go into this part right here, this little clock, all right, that will give you all kinds of different things. I like this here because you see you can actually do planet ingressed in sign, change direction, and let's see that I do it for 2 months, 60 days right here. I put 60 days right here and I say calculate. All right, it's going to calculate it when the planet change in sign. As you can see, the ascendant change here because I have the ascendant now, but I shouldn't have that, right? I mean, I should take the ascendant out in the midheaven and maybe the moon, all right, at this time, and just say calculate, and there it is. You see the moon, the sun goes into Scorpio, Mercury turns direct at 10:25, and Neptune is going to go direct in this, and so it's nice to see. Another thing that you can also find, I won't run it for 30 days, I say 2 days. And I'm going to say planetary hours, which a lot of people use, and this gives you the planetary hours for the day and time. Okay, it tells you the time. Another thing that you can do with this is that, let's see that I do transit object and I do, here I'm going to put the midheaven, okay, and the ascendant for this part. And I'm going to go up here, and so now I can say aspect transit to transit, say, and I'm going to count, I'm counting for 2 days. Okay, here it is. It tells me that at 10:22, that's October 22nd at 12:01 a.m. Neptune sextile the midheaven. If I go Saturn opposed the midheaven, 10:22 at 1:11 a.m. and you can see that. Now you could have kept the the ascendant and the midheaven out. And you could run this longer then. You could say 30 days, all right, and transit to transit. And it's going to give me, see that here it says that the moon, the new moon is in this time. The sun trines Neptune on this day and that. And I have a whole thing right here, as you can see. Venus. So if you keep the moon, you can see other stuff. If you're only interested in the outer planets, very simple. You just clear, all right, and you just put, let's see, Jupiter, this and this, all right, and then say calculate, and there it is. Oh, what happened? Transit to transit. Oh, that's right too. I have to keep the inner part there in order to have the the inner part going. So now I can do this. And it gives me this. So this is quite a thing. You can change the aspect here. You have all the aspect. You can take them out. You can add more aspect that you want to search in your search. And so this is to set the planet. All right. This is set the aspect. And of course this is a break. And so you change your date here. You could change it. You could start in December. Click on the calendar. and that will set the beginning date. You can change the year over here, as you can see, and so that gives you your beginning dates, and this how many days you want it. So that can be quite important to do this. All right, you can even change your latitude and longitude here, and in order to do that, you can click on this. All right, and let's see that you live in, let's see, Vernon, Connecticut. Vernon. Just type Vernon. All right, say find, and it finds Vernon, Connecticut. You click on this. You say OK, and that will change your latitude right here. You could, type any town you live in, any states, and it will change it automatically right here to this. All right. So that's a good part of the clock. Another part of the clock here is here. When you first get it, all right, that's what you have to do. You have to set the place that you live at and the time zone, because here, let's see, here it's set for West Hartford. So when you get it, you just type your thing. For instance, let's see that you were, well, let's see, in Hartford. You just type Hartford. Very simple like this. Okay, say find. And it finds, all this stuff over here, and then you can click on it, and then say OK, and it will change this. And once you got it where you want to, right here, all right, you click Submit, and that saves it. You have to click Submit after you set your locality. This is for your locality. So when the clock comes up, it reads the your computer time, and it reads this latitude and longitude. And you notice, watch the clock here. It's 15 Pisces 45, right? And you see the time here is going. Now it's 49. Every 10 seconds here, every time, see, my time right now is 3:15:12. All right, and when it gets to, see, it just changed to 54, 15:54. So every 10 seconds, the whole wheel will change. So you don't have to. So if you want to do a horror, you can send it down. All right, it's all set. And so now, oh wow, I need to know what it is. You just bring it up. It's exactly the computer time and exactly where you need to be. All right, so that's a nice part about this part right here. You set it up. You got your atlases to set everything up, and it keeps recalculating. You can change the wheel here. The next thing that's important is this. Watch. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to click on natal. All right, and it opens up a natal thing, and I'm going to put a natal chart. I don't know who this is, but let's see. That's somebody that I'm sure somebody's born 1952. Let's see. I'm going to go say June 24th. All right, and he was born at 3 p.m. So you can say 03000. See, so if he was born at 4:10 p.m., you say 04 10 10 000. If he was born, let's see, at 12 o'clock or 11:30, you say 11:30 30 000. All right, and then you can go up and click where he was born with the atlas. You put the place that the person was born, right? And it will calculate a natal chart. Okay, and here I got a thing called TEM. But when you first open the thing, the AstroClock, you won't have that. So you say new DB. All right, and you give it a name. You call it my chart. All right, there, my chart. And I say, OK, save. And you notice now I got my chart. So when I do a natal chart here, all right, I can click on my chart and click Add here. And you notice that if I had a name here called Joe, all right, and if I add this, then Joe is here. If I want to delete the first one, I don't like it, I click on it, delete. And say, OK, it's gone. So now I can put another chart in here like 19, and I could say 1949, and this is Eddie, Ed, and I say add. All right, and as long as I click on this and I say add, Eddie's over there. So now I got all these natal chart, right? So now I can say natal chart, and I can say I want Joe. I click on Joe. Right, I can double click on it, his name go up there. If I want Ed, double click on it, or I could just click on Joe, click on this big thing, up thing, and Joe's up there. Now, if I go here and I say a double chart right here, right? It tells me that Joe's in here, and this is the transit that works for him, all right here. And if I raise these, I mean, I can see all the aspect that's working. If I go here, all right, it tells me that transiting Neptune, trining Joe's chart right now. And the transiting moon is conjuncting Neptune, so you can see all of that. Now, if I go back into option, take the double wheel out and the natal chart out, okay, and I say back to aspect. These are the time for the now, and it's going to keep recalculating. That's the AstroClock, and you see right here, option. Okay, I got a chance to change the aspects. I'm going to bring the aspect to 8 degrees, let's see, right? Okay, so I go up here. Now the aspect is 8 degrees. You see that? It's marked right here with the thing out, and you can see the aspect there. So you can go in the middle here and make that, 5 degrees if you want to there. You go back to aspect. These are the 5-degree orb in the wheel right now, okay? And that means that, you have the Jupiter trines the sextile the moon, and and it does, okay, and so you can do the aspect there. So actually it's a fairly good thing, but the main thing is to set this clock to your locality, and then you can fool around with it because it's very good. Also, we give you here, you can watch the video of all other program in here. If you want to watch, for instance, our gambling program and see what it does, you just click on it, and there it is. It's going to start playing and work. And okay, and also in here I have articles that I write and a few other stuff that I do. Also, we have on our website free calculating ephemeris and stuff like that, and there is, I didn't put it in there yet, but there will be here a URL where you'll be able to click on free chart, and you can do mapping, astro mapping. You can do all kinds of different things. So fool around with that. That will, if it's free, you can do a whole ephemeris for 10 years and print it out, for everyday movement of all the planets. So it has a lot of potential. So you're going to like it. And it's free. That's the main thing about it, right?